Afternoon, everybody. This is Anthony from Amped Airsoft, and I got my battle buddy, Biggs the Air Rigs man. We're going to go over some stuff that we have for the Wolverine SMP in our very first video from our Pleb to Pro how-to series. All right, so we have come up with a solution to a problem. So with HPA guns, typically you have a macro line that comes out of the rear of the gun. And the macro line typically is the weak point in the system. People kink them, tear them apart, destroy them, just generally ruin them. We have come up with a solution. Wolverine has actually done a very decent job of coming up with a factory solution, but we have come up with a more permanent, hardcore,
a little bit more
durable solution to this. So take it away, Biggs.
All right, well, first off, it replaces either the Gen 1 or first style or second style airlines that come off of them, and it is our IGL. It is made out of the same thing that our airlines are made out of and our grip lines are made out of. Has the same bottom fitting as our gun size.
It is called the integrated grip line?
Integral
grip line.
And it comes with the same fitting that is on the SMP with the O-ring as well. And it also comes from us with the proper wrench for it, because most adjustable wrenches won't fit over the heat shrink, so you have to get the flatter wrench on there. For the older style that have the brass elbow that is out of 1/4 inch line, you have to actually remove the solenoid first. Most of the time it's just in there hand tight. If not, there are 2 flat spots to get a wrench on. Remove that so then you can untwist the line, because the elbow's shorter than the solenoid is. Whereas with the newer style,
you literally just...
you can untwist it or just get a wrench on it.
Yeah, you just unscrew it.
Because it's more flexible.
Boop. As you just watched me do on film.
Yes. And then the solenoid you can reinstall.
Hand me one.
I only have one.
There's
2.
one over there.
Yeah, I do have 2.
It's in the back, by the way, the port, for most people that can't see anything.
Get it in hand tight, and then just enough to snug it up with a wrench. It is brass, so it's a soft metal, so you don't want to go too hard on it.
You don't need a wrench on it. There you go.
Okay.
Boom. There you go. Installed
Onto there. And now, as far as your gearboxes, can be a little bit more picky than the stock line. So, for example, G&G gearboxes are really nice because they are very spacious inside, whereas something like an Echo 1 or JG, they have a little bit more material in there that hugs the gears, and you're going to run into some issues. And we put that in there because it's not going to have as much space to get in down to here, so that bulk is going to get in the way. Now you can remove that, but that's going to be a little bit more labor intensive. We've done that already to, I think, at least one gearbox. But whereas the more spacious gearbox shell, you just bend it down and it goes out of the motor grip hole. Now the only other modification you have to make is to most pistol grips, the hole that where the hole that the spur gear would go up out of the motor, you have to widen it just a little bit to accommodate for this. Just get a round file in there. I've even done it as simply as with a sharp knife, just rounding it around. So the first macro line, and what most macro lines are, is they're sort of a brittle. They are flexible, but they're sort of brittle, so they tend to kink. Now with the macro line that Wolverine currently has on it, which is signified by no brass elbow, more flexible, and it comes with the sheathing on it, same as our sheathing. It doesn't kink as easy, but it still has the same vulnerability that any slip fitting that goes on there, it bites on with little razors. So the more you use it, the more it's going to spin and eventually cut into there, either making a leak or completely cutting it off and getting stuck in the fitting and then making the fitting unusable. So our lines, since there are no slip fits and it's all pressed in and crimped in, it's one piece, so there's nothing to worry about long-term wearing down.
It also has a protective sheeting on it that you can get in the color of your choice.
Yes.
When you order them, you can pick a myriad of different color options on our website. You can
Like
pick whichever
14.
you want. Yeah, like 14 colors or something. On top of that, our lines have a wider internal bore, which means they have more flow rate from your tank.
Mm-hmm.
And also, they will operate even when they're tied. Like, this will still have airflow through it when it's tied up into a knot. So it's a much tougher, much more durable line. The protective sheeting also keeps it safe from being cut or destroyed.
Right.
And all of us at the shop on all of our different HPA guns run some form of grip line for a Polar Star or an integral grip line for an SMP. We pretty much across the board, all of us run these. Because I don't know about you, but I went through several feet of macro line on my personal Polar Star, trashing it. So,
Yes, and I see, because I'm right by the shipping tables, when people order it, they order it 5 to 10 feet at a time.
Yeah.
Because they're going to go through it.
So this is like a $15, $20 solution to
Yeah.
a problem that you're going to keep
I believe
spending
it's
money
about
on.
$20. The AGLs are about 15, but they still run into the same issue of you have a slip fit on macro line, and it's going to keep cutting into it. So, but it's more durable coming out of your grip than the macro line is.
All right. So last little point to make is
Yes.
these are very easy to do a really sweet mod that usually takes extra parts and stuff to do with a lot of other guns.
Right.
So with this, on an SMP, it's a very simple solution to a problem. Go ahead and explain it, Biggs.
Well, for those of you that don't like your lines coming out of your motor grip, all you have to do is cut a half-inch.
Yeah, it's about a half-inch hole.
Half-inch hole out of the back of the gearbox, which we did by clamping it this way, drilling down that way. And then you can also, I believe you need to put a hole in the body and your sling plate, and you get a sweet line coming out of the back like this. And
You get like Milsim fitting almost.
it does not get in your way at all, especially if you're running an over-the-shoulder line. It's completely out of the way.
There you go. All right.
Also, if you were doing the first version of the SMPs where you had this brass elbow, that is the only time you're going to run into a 1/4-inch line. Any other new ones, they are 6 mil just as a Polar Star. So if you have that and you get one of our AGLs, make sure to let us know, and you will get a stainless fitting rather than a brass fitting, and that'll work with that. And also all of our AGLs are coming with washers to accommodate any wider pistol grips where this fitting would slip through. So, just a little update.
All right, so this has been Anthony. Thanks for watching one of our first how-tos for our Pleb to Pro series. I didn't do a lot of talking, I'm to be honest with you, but thanks for bringing Biggs on the show, and
No
thanks for
problem.
showing up and teaching us about how to do stuff. Is there anything else you'd like to say or anything about any of these new products that we're selling out or trying to show to people?
No, just go out and enjoy them. Working on a couple other new fittings, as well as possibly in the future one of these for a Polar Star.
Oh, integral grip line for a Polar Star? Oh, it might happen.
Had a lot of requests.
It might happen. All right, so this has been Anthony.
And Biggs.
Thanks for stopping by. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Vine, Google+,
Twitter.
Twitter. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.